In this video, I want to share some more problems regarding the mathematical concept of solving inequalities. I'll go through some more problems and how I approach to solving it. So let's dive into the video. I'll focus on problem number 7, which has two parts, 7a and 7b. So let's focus on the first part, 7a. You have to solve this inequality. So the given inequality 7t minus 8 less than or equal 2t plus 7. So if I use my pen tool, 7t minus 8 is less than or equal 2t plus 7. 2t plus 7. So what I can do is obviously take the t here and take 8 here to simplify the inequality. So if I take it here, so 7t minus twice t is less than or equal 8, because minus, if it comes here, it will be plus 8 plus 7, or 5t is less than or equal 15. So 5 and 15 can be cut off. 5 3 is a 15. So t is less than or equal 3. This is the simplified inequality where t is the unknown variable. So now if I focus on the second part, on the number line below, you represent the solution set of the inequality solved in part A. So I have solved the equation t is less than or equal 3. So I have to put this in this line. So if I draw this line quickly, so the line is what? Minus 5, then minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the solution would be what? T is less than or equal 3. So if I give a circle here, and because it's less than or equal, it will be inclusive, so this would be drawn. So t is less than or equal 3, so all the values would be directing towards here. T is less than or equal 3, so all the values will satisfy in this variable. I'll focus on problem number 12, which is very similar. I'll skip 9, 10, 11 and go straight into 12 because 9, 10, 11 are very similar. So let's read the problem. So x is an integer and these two inequalities are given. So you have to work out the possible values of x. So there are two inequalities given with the same variable. So you have to work out all the possible values of that variable x. So the first one given is minus 4 less than or equal x, then it's less than or equal or less than x less than 2. Let's use the eraser. Less than x and then less than or equal 2. So this is the first one given, and the second one is 2 less than or equal x plus 3, 2 less than or equal x plus 3, then less than 9. So this is given. So we can also write it as what? 2 minus, the second equation can be written as 2 minus 3 less than, if I minus 3 in all, if I subtract 3 from all sides of the inequality, so 2 minus 3 less than or equal x plus 3 minus 3 less than 9 minus 3. So this can also be written as what? Minus 1 less than or equal x less than 6. So these are the two inequalities involving x. Okay, so I have to find out all the possible values of x from these two inequalities. So if I write if I put the inequality in the number line, minus 4 less than or equal, so it's minus 4. Let's just use this number line, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, then 0, then 1, then 2. So minus 4 less than x less than or equal to. So it's less than or equal, so it's going to be inclusive of this number. So this is the range of all the possible values of x, and for this one, -1 less than x, so -1, 0, 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5 and 6. So -1 less than or equal x, so it's less than or equal, so it's inclusive, less than x, less than 6. So this is the range of all the values of this inequality. So what is the common the overlap of these two inequalities? So this is involves what? -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. -4 is excluded because -4 is less than x. So all the possible values of this one is of this inequality is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And what are the values here in this inequality? -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is not excluded or included because it's not less than or equal, it's only less than. So -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are the values here. So what are the common values of these values and these values? So you can see that the common values here is -1 is both here and here, 0 is both here and here, 1 is both here and here, and 2 is also both here and here. So the values, all the possible values of these of these two inequalities are what? -1, 0, 1 and 2. These are the possible values of the variable x from these two inequalities. Now I will focus on problem number 17. So it says m square is greater than 9. This inequality is given. You have to circle the possible values of m. So which possible value of m is within from these four numbers? Okay. So the inequality, if I use my pen tool, the inequality given here is m square is greater than 9. I'll try to solve it in a different way from what I have shown so far. So as usual, if I try to do the normal simplification, m square minus 9 is greater than 0, and if I apply the formula of a square minus b square, I get what? I get m plus 3 multiplied by m minus 3 is greater than 0. Okay, so up till now I have this for this inequality, m plus 3 into m minus 3 is greater than 0, where there are two terms here. So if I use the inequality as an equation, I get what? m plus 3 multiplied by m minus 3. If I use it as an equation, I get what? For example, for argument's sake, if I use it as an equation, I get m plus 3, m minus 3 is equal 0. So if two terms multiplication is equal 0, at least one of them is definitely 0. So m plus 3, if I say m plus 3 is 0, then m is what? The value of m is minus 3. And if I say m minus 3, this term equals 0, then I get m equals plus 3 or 3. So the two critical points are for m are minus 3 and 3. So these are the two critical points of m, of the variable m. So the possible ranges are m less than minus 3. This is the first possible range. The second possible range is m. The second possible range is between minus 3 and 3. So minus 3 less than m less than 3. And the third possible range is m is greater than 3. So we'll test test some sample values in each range to check whether the condition of the inequality is of these three cases is true or false. So for m greater than minus 3, I'll do what? Let's say m or m less than minus 3, I'll say the value is, let's say m is the value of m is minus 4. So if I apply the value of minus 4 in this inequality, in this if I apply minus 4 in this inequality, I get what? I get minus 4 m's value is minus 4 plus 3, minus 4 plus 3 multiplied by minus 4 minus 3 is greater than 0. Is it greater than 0? Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1 multiplied by minus 7. Okay, minus 1 multiplied by minus 7 greater than 0, or 7, because minus 1 multiplied by minus 7 is 7, 7 greater than 0. This is true. 7 is indeed greater than 0. So this condition is fulfilled. Now I try this case, minus 3, and the m's value is between minus 3 and 3. Let's say m is 0. Let's say m's value is 0. So if I apply 0 here, I get what? 0 plus 3 multiplied by 0 minus 3 is greater than 0. So 3 multiplied by minus 3 is greater than 0, or minus 9 is greater than 0. This is false because minus 9 is less than 0. So this condition, this is false. So if I try now this one, m is greater than 3. Let's say m's value is 4. So if I apply 4 here, I get what? 4 plus 3 multiplied by 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is greater than 0. So I get what? 7 multiplied by 1 is greater than 0. So 7 greater than 0 is what? True. So if 7 is greater than 0 true, this case is true. So m is either less than minus 3 or m is greater than 3. So which of the case here in this question? M is less than minus 3. So this is m is less than minus 3, and neither of these three are greater than 3. So this is the answer. Minus 7 by 2 is the possible value of m in this scenario. By now you already have a firm grasp on the topic of solving inequalities. So in the next video I'll come up with another interesting mathematical topic. So stay tuned for that.